Hey everybody, it's Jim from Cigars, and today I am reviewing, still in its cellophane, the Perdomo 10th anniversary champagne. And the reason I still have it in the cellophane is, notice the cellophane is a nice champagne golden color. So that's kind of a neat thing. This Vitola is a 6x60. I think they call it a Super Toro or something like that. So it's a little bit big for a Connecticut smoke, which is what this is. I also wanted to show you a little trick on cutting. I see this a lot on social media. Guys will be proud of their cigar as they're smoking, and they'll cut it down to about there so it looks like a length of pipe. That's always troublesome because then you get unraveling and all that kind of stuff. So here's a little trick that I learned, at least to help give you an idea of how much you should cut off. So what you do is you get a flat surface and you get a guillotine cutter. We're assuming we want to use a guillotine cutter, and just put the end of the cigar down in the middle and snip it off. And that gives you a nice cut, not too much off the top. A little bit about the cigar. The name champagne is misleading. It was Nick Perdomo Sr. who blended the cigar way back. And he named it champagne because he said the wrapper is the champagne of Connecticut wrappers. But actually the wrapper is barrel aged, according to the company, triple barrel aged in bourbon. So not champagne, but that's what they call it. Specs on this cigar. This is a Connecticut Shade cigar. Wrapper is Ecuadorian Connecticut Shade. Filler and binder are specified as Cuban seed Nicaragua. And I've noticed that a lot lately with the cigar makers, is they're being pretty tight-lipped about everything except the wrapper. Not much for a reviewer to talk about when they do that. But anyway, we'll see what it tastes like. This is going to be a pretty mild smoke. I've not had one of these. I've had a number of Perdomo cigars, which I've enjoyed. So I'm going to smoke this up and get back to you with a final report. I'm back smoking this Perdomo 10th anniversary champagne. And I got to tell you, this is a good cigar. I really have enjoyed smoking it. Flawless burn, flawless construction. I have some pictures that I'm showing. I did notice one little thing, and it's for more illustration purposes than a criticism. There's a little green spot, and I took a picture of it. And I've gotten some questions about mold on cigars. People see green and they associate green with mold. And actually what that is when tobacco is cured, it's green to start out with, of course. And as it's being cured, the heat actually turns the tobacco a golden brown color. And in some cases, there might be a little wrinkle in the tobacco, maybe a spot that got either not hot or too hot and locked in the chlorophyll, and that makes a little green spot. So generally speaking, when you see those green spots, it's nothing to worry about. But anyway, back to the cigar. It is, for boldness, I'm going to give it about a 3.5 out of 10. It's mild to mild medium. It's got a little bit of a kick to it, a little bit of spice, but certainly nothing overpowering. It's sort of what I would refer to as a true Connecticut taste. One thing I'm impressed with, it's creamy like you'd expect in a Connecticut, but it really has a nice cashew nut undertone that's very enjoyable. As I mentioned, construction, wonderful, draw, wonderful, everything else. Let's give this cigar a rating. I'm going to give this cigar a 9 out of 10. One thing I didn't mention is the tobacco in this cigar, according to Perdomo, is aged 4 years. And you can definitely tell this is a quality cigar. So this is a pretty chunky Vitola, as I mentioned, and it was, I believe, $10.95 at my cigar shop. So it's not a cheap cigar by any means, but it's a very good Connecticut cigar. And if you are in the Connecticut's and haven't tried this one, I highly recommend it. I'm giving it a 9 out of 10. Jim from Cigars. I will see you next time.